Guys, Nina here, welcoming you to Angela Yuriko Smith's channel, Exercising Your Rights, for yet another reading from the Ladies of Horror Picture Prompt Monthly Challenge. If you'd like to know a little more about it, please visit spreadingthewritersword.com. And in the meanwhile, enjoy the reading.
The Crossing by Suzie Lockhart. Donald. I stare blankly through the train's frosted window as light snow blankets the landscape. It's a peaceful scene, however it does nothing to calm the unsettled feeling I have, leaving my daughter with that man. Madly in love the two were, Vivian had informed me. So naturally I traveled to meet her betrothed. My daughter was a gift later in life. Unfortunately, my lovely wife Amelia had passed from tuberculosis before seeing Vivian grow into a woman. Thus it was I alone, tasked with helping my only child prepare for upcoming nuptials. She'd only been away at school studying to be a teacher for 3 months when she met the man of her dreams, a graduating biology major. I clearly recall the instant my eyes met Roderick's steely gaze. I knew he was not a proper man, certainly not for my little girl. Of course, at 18, Viv was no longer a child, but this man, older than her, he presented himself as quite charming, a particular type of charm that belies the darkness beneath. Any rational man of my age could recognize such an exaggerated facade. And he was cunning. Yes, Roderick was certainly quite cunning, as I discovered in the years that followed. My daughter quit school after marrying that bastard. It wasn't long until she was expecting their first child, which Viv miscarried at 16 weeks. Heartbroken and in a weakened state, I immediately booked a train again to be at her side. I believe it was fall and there came an early frost. The train whistle blows and I hear the hiss of the steam. It breaks me out of my reverie. I look around the compartment, realizing with a start that I'm alone. I sigh, feeling as if I've been riding on this train forever. My memory isn't always as sharp as it once was, except when it comes to my wife Amelia, our Vivian, and that horrible monster she married. Although he'd not yet wanted to start a family, my daughter assured me that he'd taken excellent care of her. Vivian told me how he'd made her breakfast and a special blend of tea every morning before heading to work. The moment I saw my little girl, my heart was seized with pain exclusive to a parent. There was a pallor about her I found particularly concerning, not to mention she could barely get out of bed. I searched for that special tea blend, but initially found only sweet tea and honey. Being a tall man, I opened a cupboard higher up. After a moment, I found that tea. Special indeed. I'd run an apothecary for years, so I knew black cohosh and pennyroyal when I saw and smelled them. I presented Vivian with my findings. We fought. She screamed at me to leave. I never saw my Vivian again. I just can't remember why. During the long train ride home, an early, heavy snowstorm raged. I continually relived the horror of a train rushing towards the one-eye road. Vivian. A train whistle blows from around the bend. My chance at love has reached its end. One final blow in a moment of rage. 30 years pass before my eyes, realizing the error of my ways. Consistently too bold, for a life yearned to live. At first, it was grand, those nights full of passion that turned to never-ending days until I'd nothing left to give. Emptiness filled my heart as no children I'd born. Resigned to my fate, time to take action. My marriage had failed, thus no longer mattered. My wish? To return home. My heart had been shattered. Roderick nearly destroyed me. Hopes, and dreams are scattered. Through train windows snow glistens, creating an iridescent illusion which hide hot tears of regret, turned into snowflakes, frosted and tattered. The crossing of trains, collecting souls as they die. In that moment, I see him. Daddy, I cry. I rush into his arms, so open and loving. Sensations missed for so long. That bond of belonging. I don't care how he appeared, how he was here. Sobbing in sorrow, he held me near, assured me all would be well. As a tunnel of light, swirling snow does reveal. Donald. My daughter, my world. Absent from her, I'd been lost. I'd remained on this train many a long years. Now together, I'm found. Taking her hand, I see what matters. Smiling as we walk, father and daughter, into a void filled with peace, love, and light. We both leave what lies behind, escaping the maw of never-ending night.